You brought up Beckham. You said you really like the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
I've been hearing about this
Documentary's good.
It's the first Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, the OG.
Yeah, that's a good-ass point.
It's fire.
That is a good-ass point.
Did you see it?
My wife's been watching it, so I've been like picking up little parts, and like she'll pass out, and I'll just keep watching. That's how I know if something's good.
Yeah.
And like really fun. He's great.
He's great.
And obviously it's a documentary, so it's accentuating like the best parts of him.
I thought it was, I don't know soccer, so you tell me. It felt like OD. Like Jordan documentary, he's undeniably top 2 at the very least best basketball player of all time in the entire history of the universe. I don't ever hear people put Beckham top 5, top 10. And the way they're talking about him, it's like, this is the greatest player to ever set foot on grass.
To me, I thought he was, because that was the only player I heard of as a young kid in soccer.
Yeah.
So
He was
I'm like,
the icon.
He must be.
He was the icon. But as like my friends who knew soccer were like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
That's it.
My takeaway, and maybe because I already knew that he was a really good player, but not like the #1 guy in the world at the time. My takeaway was more like personality-wise. Like I saw him as like a quite well-rounded individual, like not too pompous or arrogant, like kind of hardworking player. And until, what was the guy, Sir Alex Ferguson, like until they, he separated and went and played in Real Madrid or whatever, like kind of humble, almost respectful of this guy who was his coach since he was a teenager, which I didn't expect from him. He comes off almost like a kind of working class bloke.
Yeah.
Which I knew him as like a fashion icon.
Yeah. See,
So
that,
it's like really refreshing to see. Like,
I felt he was closer to that than he was portraying himself, and it was just like,
Gotcha.
I mean, like the guy was modeling, and then he acts like, dude, I just wanted to play football, and like, I don't know what's happening around me.
Yeah.
I missed the birth of my daughter to go do a photo shoot with J-Lo and Beyonce, but like, I'm just a working class bloke who loves Guinness, and it's
that's
like,
the genius of documentary. Like you can curate however you want, but
I saw this one clip going around.
That's the
where,
best. I know what
she
you
was capping. She was like, "Oh yeah, I grew up middle class."
Dude, this is the genius though, is he does that to his wife and then nobody does that to him. But you watch that moment and you're like, yo, they were authentic in the documentary.
she be capping more than him though.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
he don't really brag a lot, you know what I mean? He like reacts to the game, and then they do a really cool visual effect where he's watching the game through the lens.
Oh, yeah.
So you get like so visually imagine there's a camera behind the screen that he's watching the game.
Okay.
So you get his like in the moment reactions to his plays.
So he's watching like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're
But he's
watching
looking
him
into your
look at
eyes.
like that.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But
He did cap on the affair thing though. Like they kind of touch on it a little bit, and he was like, that was like a really tough time for us, man. People were trying to tear us apart, and it's like, tough time for us. Like, you throwing us out. Victoria and I had to fight for each other. She was yelling at you for 2 years straight. Like, what? This is a very funny.
But did he fuck the girl? Like, what was the deal?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was enough that he had to address it. And if he didn't fuck her, he'd probably take that documentary to be like, I didn't touch this girl. What are you guys talking about?
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
He didn't ever say he didn't do it.
Yeah. He was just like, we had to really fight to save our marriage. It was important for us to be there for each other. And it's like, well, this is a funny way of putting it.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like he capped when he needed to cap. She capped on like, I'm working class. And he capped on like,
I'm faithful.
I'm a great
I gotta
husband
see
and a
that.
working class guy.
That sounds good.
How good was he?
Yeah, that's what I
I mean,
wanna
he
know.
was like the star of England, arguably.
Okay.
Like he was like their guy, set piece dude, like winning. Like you see it in the documentary, like when he gets the red card and they lose on PKs to Brazil or whatever, or Argentina.
Yeah.
Like they blame him because he was like a linchpin. He was the captain of England. So when you're the captain of a country that is like the epicenter of like European soccer, you're raised to a higher level.
Of course.
It'd be like being the best player on the Knicks. You don't have to be the best player or the best player on the Cowboys, the quarterback. You don't have to be the best, but you're held to
And then
that.
he's also married and has a kid with the biggest pop star in England.
star, yeah.
And then he's also just extremely handsome. And like
He was
modeling
so
content.
hot, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You didn't realize it when he's younger. Shaves his head, gets hotter. That's when I was like, this guy's a smoke show.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
Who's hotter, him or Ronaldo?
Oh, David Beckham's on another planet.
I think it's Beckham,
really?
dude.
yeah,
I think it's
on another
Beckham.
planet.
Beckham might be up there, bro.
Yeah.
When you see him with the shaved head, you're like, dude, this guy is sex.
Yeah.
Pure sex. Pure sex, dude.
But to be a star
He
athlete,
was enjoying this guy.
Yeah. Watch it, dude, and you'll see what I mean.
What other athlete is as handsome as Beckham?
LeBron. Why y'all laugh, bro? I mean, I said it so y'all would laugh, but that's how you feel about LeBron. Y'all just laugh.
He's not David Beckham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I think LeBron would agree with that. I think if he saw it, he'd be like, yeah, I know Beckham.
Yeah. LeBron's toes alone, I think, disqualified from the Beckham combo.
Tiger Woods?
Nah, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's
Not even close.
No one that's as good, that's as handsome.
It's very rare. Tom Brady is the only other one.
Oh, Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo.
And Ronaldo's
gorgeous,
good looking.
gorgeous man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so documentary you thought was fair to his skill level, like he was excelling and doing some pretty cool things.
For the teams he was playing for, yeah, absolutely. I thought so. But I'm also like tainted. I grew up like watching him and being like, oh yeah, this is the best.
Oh, really?
I bought the cleats. I was like, dude, the dust in it.
Could he do something that other players can do? That bend it shit? Because that's the only thing I heard from him.
The only reason I found out about him was from the movie. I was a little salty and bring up that movie, by the way.
He was good at set pieces and had like legendary free kicks at like won insane games.
So he had some very clutch moments.
Yeah.
And then he also was very good at setting people up around the net, right? Mm-hmm. So it's weird. Like when you're a casual soccer fan, it doesn't seem like it's hard to just kick the ball high and then people head it in. Mm-hmm. But placing that, I guess, is a very difficult skill, and you have to be really good at it. Yeah. So people respected his assisting ability. Is that fair?
I think so. Again, I'm not like an expert in Beckham. I didn't like watch him at the time with like soccer IQ. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he was like known for set pieces.
Yeah.
And so corners, free kicks, and like having clutch moments.
Yeah.
It was 2002 World Cup where they won against Greece. And
this might be OD, but was there a time when he was considered the best player in the world?
No,
I don't think
in the world, not of all time. In the world,
because at the time he's playing against OG Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, who's like unstoppable.
He wasn't the best player on his team.
That's
when he was playing Real Madrid. Like there was probably multiple people that were better.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I feel like the way they talk. It's the same way they talk about Jordan on The Last Dance.
Yeah.
And that's a fluff piece, but it's a Jordan. So
but he might be the most famous in the world.
Yeah. And it was cool. The owner of the Real Madrid, there's a really cool moment where they asked the owner of Real Madrid, like, why did you sign him? You already had this other guy named Luis Figo, I think it was his name.
Yeah.
You already had this other guy named Luis Figo playing on the right. And the owner just goes, because he was going to make us millions of dollars.
He tripled our revenue. He just says it. He tripled our revenue.
And literally they're doing these, what do they call it, friendlies or something like that? They take the team on the road and they play these games. Like they'll do it sometimes at MetLife or Yankee Stadium here. And it's just an opportunity for people to go see these iconic teams in different places. But they get paid so much fucking money to do something like that.
Oh, really?
So you add a superstar like Beckham, who's the most popular player in the world at this time, you take him to fucking China.
And the circus around him is crazy. I mean, the fame level is nuts.
That's something that I admire how they handled it. Like, yeah, okay, you got some pussy on the side or whatever, but like
that's also true.
Their ability to withstand that type of pressure,
that's true,
and remain somewhat normal.
Yeah,
like both of them seem kind of cool when you talk to them. Like, and I don't mean cool in terms of how they look or dress. Like, I don't give a fuck about the tattoos.
Like
and shit.
Grounded.
Yeah, like grounded. Like. She seems kind of dope.
Yeah.
She's kind of like funny.
Yeah.
Like she don't even really like soccer.
Yeah.
She's like, and she's like, I just liked him.
That one part, she's like, I'm going to work. And they're like, no, where are you really going? She's like, get a facial. Like she's like referential and like where she's at. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I like them.
They're quite interesting.
That's a good point. To be that famous.
And not, you see what it does to people, man.
Even if you're acting a little more humble than you are, to not be a complete egomaniac nutbag at that level of fame, you got to commend that.
Yep. To go and open the door to the room and say to your wife, when you're making your documentary, what type of car was it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a situation. What type of car? One answer.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And for her to do it and let it be out there, cool.
Fantastic.
And that's funny. I guess I have to watch this because I thought they were the opposite. I didn't think they were.
That's what you would think.
Because I thought they started the trend like naming their kids like some stupid ass name.
They did a little bit.
I feel like they started
part of it.
Yeah. And then it's like then Apple and all these stupid ass names came after.
You know what's so funny about that is that when I saw how young they were, it was
like 23.
He's like 23 or 24. Like you're a kid with a kid. So what would a kid do? You know what I mean? Like I remember judging it But now that I'm fucking 39 years old and I'm seeing like a 23 or 24-year-old kid who's like into looking cool, fashion, hairstyles, the same thing is going to be projected on your son. You're not going to be like, let me find a Regal name that he'll be okay with when he's a he'll be like, no, I'm going to name him Ferrari.
It's not even that bad.
Say again?
Harper, Cruz, Romeo, and Brooklyn.
The first two are Brooklyn and Romeo.
Yeah,
I think after that they're like, all right, let's chill the fuck out a little bit. Yeah.
I heard Cruz. I don't know if this is true. Is named after Tom Cruise.
Get out of here.
That's a little weird.
Apparently Beckham was so starstruck when he met Tom Cruise. He was like, dude, this is unbelievable.
That's a little weird.
Apparently, that's what they said. They're like,
Cheat on her with a dude?
that's the Scientology money. Dude.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Shit. They were both going through a hard time.